I know it's nighttime over there. I'll just wait till I can see it's being recorded, which it is. So we're going to get into it. I'm going to, so let's get into it. So welcome, guys. Welcome to Team Freestyle, our Build Strong training. It is, is it Monday, like the 30th of May? Is that what it is? Oh, 30th of April, 2018. If you guys are watching the recording, I'm super pumped about today because we have, honestly, probably the person that I see is probably the most influential person in our industry right now when it comes to coaching and mentoring us people. I've certainly seen lots of coaches, network marketing coaches around the place, but Simon Chan, in my opinion, is probably making more impact than anyone else that I know. So it's just an absolute pleasure to have Simon, who is no doubt a friend. Certainly consider him as a friend. He's also a great mentor and a coach to myself and Kira personally, along with some of our other great leaders in Team Freestyle. So thank you so much for being on, Simon. It's just such a pleasure to have you on.
Hey, it's good to be here. Thank you for the kind words. Hey, when Adam and I decided to do this call, for me in LA, I know it's for you guys in the evening, it's 4 a.m. here. So, but I'm excited. I always wake up early, but I had to choose a date. Make sure I chose a date when Adam was in LA too, so I make sure he got up at 4 a.m. as well.
It's awesome. So you guys don't know, I just suppose I should let them know what's going on. Most of you guys know that myself, Kira, and some of the other leaders were at the Juice Plus conference on Saturday, which we got to see some of our leaders totally steal the show and rock the stage. And we're actually catching up with Simon today for lunch. So it's good to get up early with him and be on this call. Simon, maybe I have you start off with maybe just letting people know who don't know you a little bit about your story, your involvement with network marketing and what's got you to where you're at right now.
Sure. But first of all, you guys got to go to conference. Okay, that is a conference, convention, events. Network marketing is built on events. I'm going to talk, and for those who, so I know I'll be seeing you all in less than 2 months. I can't believe it's I think 8 weeks, 6, 7 weeks from now in Perth. Events are so important. I'll talk more about it. The turning point for my business and big turning point was when I went to my first event all the way back in San Diego in 2004. Okay, I'm dating myself here. I've been in the profession for 15 years. And you got to go to events, convention. And actually, if you have a team, this is saying that for every person that you bring in, you make an extra $1,000 a year. All right, so if you want to make an extra 10 grand, bring 10 downlines. If you were like me, had no one at the beginning, I just had bought 2 downlines. And actually, the story I had, I'm going to skip to this part of the story, right? I was making $100, $200, $100 a week, I would say. Sometimes in a good week, $200. Our company paid weekly, and I got to like $600 a month. And we built online. I've been building online since 2004. And my mentor told me, he lived in Texas, says, you got to go to this event in San Diego. I was like, okay, wow. I live in LA. San Diego is about 2 hours away. I said, I want to go there. But like, for what? But you got to go for an event. So I want to go to San Diego to go surfing, to party, not to go to some event. And it's like, but you got to go. I was all right. And how do you do? Well, okay, how do I go? But you get like $200 ticket. It's like $200 to go to an event. It's like, wait a second. I've never gone to any event. I know this network marketing thing, and I was making some money, but you got to go to events. Now, I did go to training events. I did go to, back then, we didn't even have Zooms, teleconferences. I showed up for every one of them. I even spoke at some of them. But go to the event, I talked to my mentors. Hey, we talk on the phone all the time. He held me accountable. He was always on my case. I do everything. It's like, well, I don't even have the money. I was making $600, but I was in the hole. I had to pay expenses. I was living in a tiny apartment on Santa Monica. But you got to go. It's like, I don't want to go. And come on, you don't have this. And then he gave me an ultimatum. He's like, if you don't go, I'll never talk to you again. I was like, whoa, why so mean? Why so harsh? And by the way, at that time I needed him. He was doing my 3-way calls, doing everything. I was like, you're being this jerk. Like, but you got to go. if you don't go, I'll never work with you again. You know, well, see, here's the lesson. You don't know what you don't know. He said, well, Simon, you're doing well. You're making $400-600 a week. You don't need me. So you think, no, if you know better, then don't go. Save the $200, save the time. And I have to pay for petrol and all that. Then I was like, okay, what got me to there so far from 0 to 600 was he was holding me accountable, and he was making me do things I didn't want to do, right? Because all your dreams are outside your comfort zone. The things that you don't want to do, and it's easy to say, well, I'm coachable. But if you don't really listen to what your mentors is telling you, you're not really coachable. And at that point, I was at the borderline of not being coachable. So I said, okay, all right, I'll go. I hate doing this, but I'll go. So anyway, of course, to make it so easy to go, the night before, I broke up with my ex-girlfriend. Great planning, right? But he said, to not only do you got to go, for every downline you earn an extra $1,000. So I didn't have big down. I didn't have that many people. I think at that time I had like 10 people, but I brought 2 people with me. So the night before, I broke up with my girlfriend, and I thought I was going to marry the girl, but we broke up. It was bad. And she put it on me. Okay, it's not like I broke up with her. She surprised me. So I was like mentally really messed up. So I slept like 90 minutes. I think I went to bed at 4:30 a.m. I couldn't lie. I knew I had to get up. But not only that, here's another thing that made me go, because accountability is so important. You have mentors that hold you accountability, but my downlines held me accountable, because not only was I going to get them to go, I was going to drive them. I was going to pick them up in LA. They all lived in LA. Picked one in Orange County, one in Torrance. Pick them up and go to San Diego together. So I was like, crap. I could wimp out, but I being the upline, I can't not pick them up. So I'm really screwed right now, right? So I actually went to bed early. I still remember I broke up, went to bed early, but I could not fall asleep. And finally, I slept for like 90 minutes. I think I fell asleep at 4:30, woke up at 6, and then drove to pick up 2 people. Got there. When I got there, I was just excited. I was excited. Now, I was excited not because I was excited not because I got there. I was excited because, I got there not to the convention. I was excited to get to the car park so I could take a nap in the car park. That's why I was excited. Okay? So I got there, and I tried to take a 3-4 hour nap. I still really couldn't sleep. I was still messed up from the girlfriend. But I did get maybe 30 minutes of sleep. But I'll tell you, that's the second day, third day, I felt, I got recovered from it. By the way, that's another thing. If you're ever feeling down, that's more reason why you got to go to the event. Because by the end of the week, at the end of the weekend, I forgot about ex-girlfriend. I was like, hey, I want to rock this business, right? Because it's the environment that determines your success. When you're sitting at home, it's really hard to be, it's really hard. Your prospects say no to you. People quit. I had like 10 people. Out of 10 people, only 2 went. Why did only 2 go? Who knows? But it was just makes you in the environment. I was like, wow. And it made the business seem real. I'll tell you. And events, big decisions are made of big events. Okay? Big decisions are made of big events. At that convention, I just realized, I read about all these top earners. I see them on stage. I'm like, what the heck? Come on. That guy could do it? What's wrong with me? I could do it. There's got to be something. I'm going to talk about that in this training. There's something that these top earners do. But I'll tell you one big aha moment there. And, events, sometimes people think that you got to learn a lot, right? Oh, I got to take pages of notes. That's school mentality, folks. It's not about how much you learn. Okay, I may shock you by saying this. It's not how much you learn. It's the 1 or 2 things you take away with it and you take action with it. That is what. So if I want to share 1 or 2 things for you tonight, I don't care if you forget 95% of it, 99% of it, but if you get 1 thing and take action on it and do it, you'll be successful. That great convention in San Diego 2004, I don't remember 99.9% of it. I don't remember who the speakers were. I don't know. I actually remember 1 speaker. I don't remember what the speaker said. I remember nothing. Okay? Maybe because I was half asleep most of the time. But I did remember 1 thing that totally changed me. And that 1 thing actually had nothing to do with the event. It's the people. when you go to an event, you're surrounded yourself with people who have been there. And so I'll tell you the one thing. You want to know? The 0.1%. And that was a huge game changer. After that point, the one thing I learned there, the next week I made my biggest check. So here it is. You all ready? You can type in the comments. I'm looking at reading. So I don't remember what the speakers were, what they said, nothing. But the leader got us out to dinner. My mentor got a group of us out to dinner the second to last night. And we went to the steakhouse. I remember downtown. Still remember the name of the steakhouse. It doesn't exist anymore, but it was called the Strip. Right? It was a play on like a strip club. I called it the Strip. It wasn't a strip club, but it was like the steakhouse called the Strip. And they tried to decorate like a strip club, but it's like you actually grill your own steak. So I don't eat any red meat. I haven't eaten red meat for 10 years. But at that time, I used to, eat steak. So we went there, and I sat next to a woman, and she was a woman that I look up to. We were cross-line. We're probably at the level we were not like NMDs yet, but like I said, I was earning $400-600 a month. She was earning $400-600 a month, and we're talking. It was like, she asked me, we grilled our steak, we're eating, and she's like, "What do you like to do?" She asked me. I said, "I'm into working out, fitness. I do basketball, like I run, I work out 7 days a week, do surfing." And I asked her, "What does she like to do?" And she's like, "I like to ride horses." Oh, wow. Okay. I don't have any friends that rode horses. Okay. Ride horses. Like, where? So we have our own stable, and we have horses with my teenage daughters. We, my husband, we all have our own horses. I was like, "You have horses?" Now let me ask you, which type of people own horses? People who are on Centrelink, people who are middle class, or people who are upper class? What type of people have their own stable and horses? Now, I know I have a little dog, Obi, right? Obi. And even Obi, to buy him dog food, it costs money. All I know is it costs a lot of money to feed horses. And they have 4 horses. 4. I was like, oh my, wait, that's like, why are you doing network marketing? I said, well, she actually had a financial, she did insurance, financial, and she built $1 million business and sold it because it was like it was just like a job. She sold that business, had millions of dollars, but she wanted residual income. And that's why, residual income, and that's why she did it. So this woman had millionaire, right? I'm a city boy. I didn't know anything. She could feed her horses. She had stables. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, I've only poor, desperate people did network marketing. I was like, this person is wealthy. She had made millions from her business. She has horses and does all this stuff for fun. That just shocked me so much. My belief in the profession, because I believed in network marketing, but I thought it was just like poor, broke people like me to do it. The fact that people were millionaires who had the money still doing it, I was like, oh my, this is incredible profession. So then me and her became friends. We challenged each other. Okay, and we just said, hey, let's become a silver. I love a silver director was to make $1,000 a week. Whoever makes it, we treat the other person to dinner. And I was like, hey, I'm a competitive person. I'm not losing that woman. The very next, talk about this. Before that, I made only a maximum $200 a week. But because my belief shattered, because I thought this was just for poor broke people. And I have friends who were doing well. I have friends who were in finance. They were lawyers, doctors. And I was scared to talk to them. But right after that incident, next week, I made my first $1,000 a week check. Okay. And she, by the way, she also never made more than $200 a week. She made a $1,000 a week check the week after I did. Okay. That was the only thing I remembered, but that was such a big game changer. The way I'll talk to people, my confidence, my conviction, it's not necessarily what you said, it's how you said it. If people say, oh, is this going to work? I used to say, yeah, it works. Now it would be different. I was like, hey, do you think that if it didn't work, do you think I'd be doing this? You're like, whoa. But people join because people join your conviction, your vision. Talk about leaders. Leaders are consistent. They're grateful. They see the long-term vision. They're convicted. I had that conviction, all because of that one dinner at that San Diego event. If I hadn't gone there, I would not be here today. Right? So Events, super, super important. And you never know. The events were, it wasn't as powerful, but I still got one thing I took from it. So anyway, I want to share you something. I'm going to share some slides here with you. I'm going to share my screen here, and here we go. Let's see. All right, you all see my screen? Just you can nod your head. See it, right, Adam? Okay. So once upon a time, I got started in network marketing. Just for those who don't know my story. Okay. No one signed me up, believe it or not. I'm a rare person that I just decided, hey, I'm going to, Adam, can you ever mute people? There's some background noise.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got stuck.
Are you still there, son?
All right, I'm here now. Yes. Okay.
Go for it, buddy.
All right. So I got started because I read Rich. I think it's you, Adam. You got to mute yourself. Maybe you're probably in the lobby or something, right? The hotel.
Yeah.
You don't want to be waking up everyone else. All right, you can mute yourself up. I think. All right. So I got started in 2003. I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I realized I wanted to start a business. I didn't know what type of business. I looked. There's a Subway franchise. You know, I figured I didn't know anything about businesses, but network marketing franchise was like, hey, you have a product, you have a system. So I thought about that, but then the amount of money it took, I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I got into network marketing. Rich Dad Poor Dad talked about network marketing, and I was like, all right, let me do this network marketing thing. And so another reason I joined it, because I read Purpose Driven Life. I felt God's purpose for me is to have a positive impact as many lives as possible. And ever since I was a kid, I'm just a shy, quiet Asian kid from Brooklyn, New York, very shy, quiet. But I always like to mentor. Even at my church, I'll mentor kids, the youth group, mentor people in basketball for the YMCA. So, all right, I was like, network marketing, let me do this. So I actually found, just went online and Googled it, and it just called a random person. Hey, I want to join network marketing. How do I sign up? So that's how I signed up. All right, but I believe in the profession. I felt God called me to do the profession, but I had no skills. I was just a shy, quiet Asian kid from Brooklyn, New York. And by the way, if you don't believe I'm introverted, I am still introverted. Every time I go to Australia, I tell my friends, like, oh, that's awesome, but how long's the flight? I was like, the flight's like 14 hours, 15 hours. Like, oh, that's so long. And I was like, what's wrong? I love it. It's not long enough. I love my own time. All right, I'm like on the plane. My biggest, it's my own time. I guess I have 3 boys at home. It's just, I'm an introvert. I don't like to talk. By the way, my biggest fear on the plane is sitting next to a person like Adam Westwick who wants to talk to me. And I'm like, no Adam sitting next to me. Anyway, I don't like to talk. I actually have a little hoodie to hide my eyes. I just pretend to sleep. I do not like to talk to anyone. Now, I have sponsored, by the way, I was a top sponsor for my company for 5 years in a row. 80 people a year I averaged. I confess, that of all the 80 people I sponsored, or like you can say through the 5 years, 500, 400, 300, 400 people, not one of them was from someone I met on an airplane. Okay, because I just like to shut up and keep to myself. But see, network marketing brings the best out of you. You just know that even though you're an introvert, you can bring it out. You can go and do it. But my first training call, leaders, my mentor, leaders step up. Leaders step up. Leaders, my upline is not there for me. My upline doesn't do this. That's not a leader. My upline said, hey, the day you become a leader is when you decide to step up and do something. So I remember the first time I stepped up, I was like, oh, I'm a shy, quiet Asian kid, but I'm going to do my own training. Ooh, that's so scary. Do my own training. But I did it. At that time I had a team of 14 people, 15 people. 4 people showed up. Okay. I spoke for a 30-minute call. I still remember doing part-time. I was doing it in the car. And I finished the 30-minute training in 17 minutes because I spoke so fast. And then I was like, blah, 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 blah. Hey, any questions? It's like silence. It's like crickets. And then one of my friends said, Simon, I don't think anyone understood what you talked about. So that was my first training call I ever did because I'm a shy, quiet. I was just so nervous. But, network marketing, I love it. There's 3 beliefs. Number one, we're all born with unlimited potential. Network marketing brings the best out of us. Okay, if you're willing to be coachable, do what's scary. That's the number one secret to success. People, do what scares you. What scares you? Speak at a car, do it. Do a Facebook Live, scares you? Then you got to do it. Go prospects, talk to someone. Hey, if talking to someone on an airplane scares you, you got to do it. Do what scares you. Okay, that is the way you get good at it. All right. I also had no consistency because I was scared, but I didn't have many local contacts. So I'm a shy, quiet kid. I can't do this. That's not me. I'm not that type of person. So I had no money. I tell you, I made no money. I believed in the profession. I went all out. I tell you, first I was a month in the business. You can see a big $0, big donut. December 5th, big $0. Okay, definitely no Adam here Westwick. December 19th, a big fat 0. This is January 2nd. Am I boring you yet? Another big fat 0. January 9th, another 0. January 16th, another 0. Oh, this profession is so awesome. I want to be wealthy. I want to be rich. By the way, I spent $2,000 on my products, on my auto ship. And then finally, January 23rd, $200. Okay, I made my first check. I'll tell you the turning point. Turning point was the 3 A's. 3 A's to success. Number one is your attitude. It's the way you see things. I treated this business like it's a hobby. It's a good hobby, but a hobby. A hobby. A hobby was like a baseball. I'm with my son. We just went to a game last night. Once in a while, we go to the game. It's fun. It's a hobby. We do practice. We work at the hobby pretty hard. My son got a lot better. We play like 6 times a week, 6 days a week, sometimes 1 hour. We practice every day. But it's a hobby. Treat your business like a business where you show up every single day for committed amounts of time. Doesn't matter whether you like it or not, you show up. My attitude changed. I started showing up every day. I took action. I shared that with you. If you're on this call today and you find, oh, it's so motivating, it's awesome, but you don't do nothing with it, you just wasted your time and you wasted my time. You need to take action immediately after this call, right? And you got to have accountability. Someone to make sure. Now, upline doesn't matter. My uplines don't talk. Oh, I don't get to talk to Adam Kira. Doesn't matter. You don't need to have an upline. You can hire someone, a coach. You can get someone cross-line. Like that lady I said at the steak club, the steakhouse restaurant. We became accountability partners. That's why I hit silver, the next rank. We motivate each other throughout the business, right? Have someone account, but it starts the way you think. I started treating it like a job. Every day, it doesn't matter, I like it or not, every day from 4:30 to 6, I showed up. Okay. Now for you, you don't need 90 minutes. I know you have kids and stuff. I've been building online every day consistently, whether I like it or not, radio show. It doesn't matter if the Lakers are on, basketball is on. My friends told me to go out. Hey, 4:30 at the time, I'm going to build my business. So one of the first things I want to challenge you is this business, and people who are insider members here, they know, we call it DMO, your daily method of operation. It doesn't need an hour to do the business. But this business is built in 10, 15 minutes at a time. 10, 15 minutes here, 10, 15 minutes there, right? Go there. And through the 10, 15 minutes, but it's a very laser focused for 10, 15 minutes. In our insider group, we have 15 minutes. We focus 5 minutes on invite. See how many people you can invite in 5 minutes. Don't prejudge. Don't overthink. It's incredible. Like when we do those sessions, and then we type in numbers. So I invited 2 people. I invited 1 person. And after 5 minutes, boom, the timer is up. You got to move on. And we do follow-ups, right? It's incredible. The ones that who always win are the ones who are like 6-figure earners. They're on there. Because a lot of you, you're overthinking it. Oh, should I invite this person? It's been a while. Do I need to warm up the relationship more? Do I need to just invite the person? Go, hey, I'm working on something super exciting. Would you be open to taking a look? It may or may not be for you, but I'm really excited about it. Just invite, right? I mean, Tamara Hunter, she's a six-figure earner, and she's plus out of Perth. She's always the winner. Every time we do these Go DMO, she's always the one like 5 invites, 10 invites, because she doesn't. People are top earners. They don't overthink. Okay, I'm going to talk about the invite a little bit. But anyway, that's how I started. Yeah, you like the old school computer. I've been building online and did that every day. 10, 15 minutes. I do 10, 15 minutes in the morning, 10, 15 minutes in the afternoon during lunch break. And 4:30 p.m., I always did the business. Eventually, built a business. I went to the events. Okay. You know what? If you're overthinking, I'll tell you, if you're earning less than $1,000 a month, I know some of you here earning less than $1,000 a month, okay, like Tam, like Karen, thank you for your being transparent. You are talking more to yourself than to your prospects. You're talking to yourself. Oh, I'm not ready yet. Oh, that person may not is not ready. Oh, am I good enough? What happens if you ask this objection? What happens? You're talking to yourself more than other people. This business is about talking very little to lots of people. I want you to write that down. It's about talking very little to lots of people. Every time your little voice starts talking to yourself, just use that voice immediately. That's like a trigger alarm bell. Ding, 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 ding. Instead, go invite a person instead. Okay. So anyway, eventually I'll share real quickly. Eventually build a team of 80,000 downlines. This is just my team from the Philippines. Become the fastest growing distributor. And then, the cool part is residual income. Residual income, we got to, this is the wedding. I actually live right 5-10 minutes from here in Palos Verdes now. We got a wedding, went to Bora Bora for the honeymoon. And this is my wife. Bora Bora is, by the way, I think you all know where Bora Bora is. Most beautiful place in the world. It's like 6 miles south of Hawaii. And by the way, you know what a residual income is? You know what residual income is? Residual income means you have the time to work out and have an 8-pack like that. That's residual income. Okay. Hey, that took a lot of work. I told you I'm a workout fanatic. I work out 6-7 days a week. That takes a lot of time. Okay. 10 minutes a day, consistency. By the way, that's actually, talk about abs. I don't do any crazy ab routine. Okay. I don't do, hey, by the way, Kathy, is it 8? That's not a 6-pack. So, by the way, it's not I don't do any crazy apps. Success is very boring. Success is boring. That's something that I've learned, right? Network, you want to be successful in network marketing? It is boring. It is doing something, but over and over again. Our job is very simple. We sell products, and we find people who want to sell products. That's all there is to it. But we make it complicated. You sell products and find people to sell products. It's not about making, of course these things help. Doing Facebook Lives, fixing our social media, doing this, doing that, setting up training. At the end of the day, sometimes we do so much, we lose the focus. I got to answer objections. I got to do this. No, it's to sell products and find people who want to sell products. That's all there is to it. And you do it every day. When you first do it, you're probably not going to be good. You got to, every master was a disaster. I was a very bad disaster. I took me 42 people to get my first sign up. Every master was a disaster. You got to be awful in order to be good. You got to be good before you become great. But you become great by doing it every single day. Okay? Every single day. 10, 15-minute chunks. And that's success. Okay, boring, doing it day. But by the way, when you do it a little bit every day, you think yourself, you're good, much better. You talk to, just say right now, afterwards, you send off 10 invites to people. You'd be like, I don't get any better. You did get better. The muscle of hey, I'm going to go and stop overthinking and just do it gets a little bit stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. By the way, getting back to the abs, I don't do any crazy routine. I just do crunches, maybe some planks for 10 minutes a day. But I've been doing 10 minutes a day for the last 20 years. I may have missed, out of 20 years, maybe 50 days. Okay, 50 days. It doesn't matter how late it is. I basically just, that's my time. I don't even watch TV. I don't watch TV. But I take my iPad. I would just watch some highlights on my iPad, and I do put it between my legs. I do crunches. 10 minutes a day for the last 20 years. I've missed only probably 50 days in 20 years. That's it. You want to be a top recruiter, become one of these top recruiting trophies, is 15 minutes a day, 3 times a day. But consistently, every single day, whether you like it or not, you get it done. So anyway, that's the lessons from 8-Pack Abs, okay? But that's a success. That's what it is. You just go out and reach out to people, invite. All right. Anyway, it's just to share a little bit about more. I went to Beijing Olympics. That was really cool. 2008. That's residual income not work that gave us time off. And then since I was so good at duplicating, we got to work on other types of duplication. So it became 1, it became 5. So that's our duplication. We're actually pretty good at duplicating. See, my oldest son looks exactly like me. And then my wife, baby looks exactly like her. And then this white fluffy one, we're working on that one. So, but that's my normal day nowadays. My normal life, this is my life. Just taking care of the kids, walking the dog, and lately just spending tons of time with baseball with my son. Okay. And just to share with you, I have a 6-figure residual from a company. I retired from network marketing in 2013. I've been full-time coaching since 2013 for 5 years. And that's how I started MLM Nation. I realized the reason I shifted was I love network marketing. Was done for me. I felt I could make a different purpose, and have a bigger impact. Just teaching people in my company, our company was really small, but I want to make a bigger impact in the whole network marketing profession. So that's how we got started. So for remaining of our time, I want to share some real quick things, okay, about prospecting. Prospecting, inviting people is very simple. When you invite, you share your story, your vision, and you just say, it may or may not be for you, but would you be interested to take a look? Simple as that. Don't overthink it. So say, hey, I'm working on something really exciting. This may or may not be for you, Adam, but would you be interested to take a look? Right? If you want to get some, really curious, if I was building, I'll say, hey, I'm working on something so excited. I hate waking action about it. It may or may not be for you, but would you be interested to take a look at this? People ask you, what is it? Well, I can't explain. I can send you a quick video. You can talk about why I woke up at 4 a.m. today. Actually, I woke up at 3:30 to be out at 4 a.m. call. I'm so excited about it. Simple as that. Don't overthink it. So maybe in Australia right now, it's like 8 p.m., 10 p.m. Like, hey, it is Monday night. I decided not to watch TV. Instead, I want to be on this call. I'm so excited about it. This may or may not be for you, but would you be interested in taking a look? What is it about? Take a look at the video, but the video explained everything, but I missed my favorite TV show for this. This is how awesome this is. Would you be interested to take a look at the video? That's all there is. Now, you're not forcing people because you're saying it may or may not be for you. You're giving the people a way out. Okay? Keep it simple. I'll share a few things, ways not to do it. Okay, not to do it. By the way, these are real life things. Number one, here's a couple of things about posture. You probably heard of the posture. You have to know that most people are going to say no. Most people are going to say no. Posture means, okay, you don't need them, but they need you. You don't need them. If someone says no to you, that's okay, because you don't need them. Because the last time I checked, there's 1 billion people on Facebook that you can reach out to. You don't need them, but they need you. Posture. So, for example, I'll give you an example of a bad posture. This woman, this is real, okay, Facebook Messenger. Someone says, just curious, could you be at all open to a side project but didn't interfere with what you're doing? That's a good invite, right? Won't interfere with what you're doing. And the person says, I'm always interested in making more money. He's got this sticking tongue face out here. And immediately it's like, thumbs up, great. That is bad posture. Why are you so excited? That's like you go into a used car, go to a cars dealership, go in. So I'm interested in buying a car. The salesman's like, yes. How are you gonna feel when you go to buy a car like that? Like, I better get the heck out of here. The guy's gonna sell me. right? So if I would ask the question: are you interested in making more money? What have you looked into so far? What would the extra money do for you? Ask questions. Remember, the prospect is not the prize. You are the prize. When you make the prospect the prize, the prospect has the power. And they're going to use and abuse you and manipulate you. Right? I'm interested in making more money. No thumbs up. Say, why are you interested? I'll give you another one here. Okay, here we go. Hi, Mark. Thank you so much for reaching out to my business. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You don't thank people for being interested in your business. That's like you coming to go to a car dealership. And the guy's like, thank you for coming in today. Thank you for being interested in buying a car. You're like, oh, right? Well, think about it. If you go to any place in there, you go to like an electronic appliance, and the salesman, thank you for coming in today. Thank you for being interested in buying something. You're like, oh my goodness, I'm going to be sold today. All of us probably like run out of there immediately. So same thing, and using emotion cons fire. And then this person says, my purpose-driven life is to be, by the way, another thing is you got to keep things simple. Simple. Right? Relatable. Simple and relatable. So here, my purpose-driven life is to have a positive impact on as many people as possible, starting my kids. My big world vision is to build a huge group of like-minded people who want, deserve, and are willing to work more out of your life, blah, blah, blah. What's yours? Do most people out there, most people out there have vision? That vision? Did any of you have vision before you joined network marketing? Before you joined Juice Plus? Never. I didn't even know what the word vision meant. I heard it used. I didn't know what it meant. So immediately when you're asking people like this, you're not relatable. You're making, the prospect feels like I'm too dumb. This is not for me. So you use relatable words. Here's another disaster. Okay, every master was a disaster. Here's a question. Here's the thing. When you ask a question, first person who talks loses. Okay, I want to give you an example. It's not natural to a messenger. So here, the person says, Sal, how are you? Here's a 5-minute experiment that will help you make an extra paycheck each month. Do people talk like that? If I was meeting Adam, hey, Adam, what's going on? Hey, Adam, I'm going to play baseball with my son today, take him to school, and then I'm going to go to... Do I talk like... No one talks like that. I would share something and say, hey, Adam, how are you? I'll wait for Adam to reply back before I say something. Make sense? If you're asking a question, the first person who replies back loses. If I'm asking a question, and always end your messages with a question. I could say, hey, Adam, I'm really excited. My son, I'm going to practice baseball this afternoon. How are you doing? See, that's natural. I want to say, how are you doing? And blah, 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 start talking about me. Right? And by the way, this affects it all the time in recruiting. People may say, hey, are you interested to watch the video? By the way, I'm so excited about this video. This business is so great. I see that done all the time. All right, I'm going to go over a couple real quick things. Is this helpful, everyone? Adam, is this helpful? Okay, go over this one. So, here's a 5-minute experiment. If it will help you make it. Who the heck wants to do experiments? Hey, the last experiment I did was a science experiment. Brings me back to science class. Oh, terrible. I blew up the lab. Okay, science experiment. Don't use those words. To earn an extra paycheck each month, exclamation mark. Don't use exclamation marks. Okay, that's hype. That's like excited again. Like the car dealership guy. Yeah, you're coming in. It's awesome. People immediately. See, we live in a day we're so skeptical. Everyone's skeptical. We live in a day where you can Photoshop someone and everyone looks good. Right? Everyone on social media is a superstar. No one believes anything. So if you hype it up, immediately the signal alarm bells. I'm thinking of joining a group of entrepreneurs. How many people in Australia know what an entrepreneur is? How many people in the U.S.? If you go out to the street, 20 people, hey, what's the definition? What's an entrepreneur? How many people could answer that question? Out of 20 people. Very few. So if you're asking joining a group of entrepreneurs, you're immediately not relatable. Or this person's biotech company in the anti-aging industry. Who wants to? That sounds so geeky, nerdy. That's nerdy. Who wants to do nerdy stuff? Here's another one. Yeah, if I send you something to watch, will you take a look and get back to me? That's a question. When they have to ask a question, what should he be doing? After you ask a question, shut up. The first one who talks loses, right? See, this is an example. If I send you something, would you take a look and get back to me? That's enough. And then I can send you a video if you want a refresher. Ask a question and end with a question. By the way, more information does not mean people will buy. Okay, most of them more info. That's the number one. I'll say the number one mistake that most distributors make is overselling. You don't need that much information for people to buy or join. How many of you knew everything about your company, about Juice Plus, about the products before you became a customer join? Now, if you said yes, you're probably 10, 15% of the world like that. Okay? Most people don't. I didn't. Most of you probably didn't know everything, did not know about the pay plan before you joined Juice Plus, right? So more information doesn't. So again, he asked the question, this whole thing could have been, this whole funding here says like, let's get rolling on this now that I know what I'm doing. But now that you know what you're doing. So before you were like clueless fool, you didn't know anything. So maybe you still don't know what you're doing right now. Why should I trust you? Don't bring up stuff that doesn't help you, right? This whole thing could be very simple for follow-up with like, hey, Sal, how are you doing? I'm really excited. How are you doing? Sal replies back, hey, I'm really excited. You know, I'm still working on my project, super excited. Would you be interested to take a look? That's it. I'm going to teach you something right now. You can follow up with people. Actually, I want you all to follow up with at least 5 people. Okay? 5 people right after this. Because remember, success is about taking action. Here's what I call a long-term follow-up. Someone that you haven't maybe talked to in a long time, follow up. You can say, hey, so if I was talking to Adam, hey, Adam, sorry I haven't followed up with you. I've been really busy working with new customers and clients. How you doing? It's simple as that. That's it. Okay. Hey, Kira, sorry I haven't followed up with you. I've been really busy with helping my customers and growing my business. What's up with you? How are you doing? I'm actually, if you send that out, okay, if you send out to 10, 1 or 2 will get back. And now, 7 or 8 will not get back to you, but who cares? 1 or 2, like, hey, it's good to hear from you. What's going on? How's it going? Very simple. Hey, I'm sorry I've been busy. I'm busy building my business, following with my customers, helping them out. How are you doing? Okay. It creates curiosity. You all got that? All right. As we, time flies by. Yep, Jess, thank you for typing that up. Okay, send out to 10 people. Make a quick short. Now, don't type anything else. Okay, remember, you always want to end with a question. You want to create that curiosity and start a conversation. All right, as we wrap up, time went by so fast. Leaders are some qualities of leaders. Not just for myself, but over like 500 people I've talked to, interviewed, not including the ones in my downline. People who are like the leaders, top leaders, multiple 6-figure earners, 7-figure earners, top leaders like Adam, Kira, they always think long-term, right? The more successful a person is, they think super long-term. Like Jeff Roberti, long-term. Jeff Roberti took 18 years to get Loris Slocum, Lahav, into Juice Plus. 18 years. Right. If he didn't follow up, Linda Evenden would have been in the business. Lauren took years to get Linda Evenden in the business. Linda took like at least 2 years to get Adam and Kira into the business. Leaders think long term. Most your prospects will not join. 98% will not join on the first exposure. 98% will not join. Most 80% of people become a customer or join after like 8 follow-ups. 8 follow-ups. But sadly, most people quit after the second and third follow-up. It's about repeated exposures over and over again. And you got to have a long term. long term, right? If you think, oh, I'm doing this for a month, yeah, you might as well quit because it takes some time. Okay, be patient with your success. The last thing I'm going to end with you is people are successful. It doesn't matter whether it's Juice Plus or in baseball, basketball. They act like they've made it already. You got to be before you become. Meaning that if you want to think about it, I'm going to ask you a question for, I want to pick someone here. Just like Margarita, okay? Margarita. Thank you for the nice comments there. If you were making the money that Adam and Kira are making, would you talk to prospects differently? Well, I'm going to ask that question to you, all of you. If, okay, Vicky, I like Sai. Not only a couple of my close friends call me Sai. If all of you were earning what Adam and Kira are making, would you talk to your prospects differently? Now, I'm not saying to flash your check, brag about how much money, but would you talk to people, your habits, your voice, your conviction, your tone? I think every one of you would, right? Ravel, you say, I'm glad this training was worth you staying up. It was definitely worth, it better be, because it was worth me getting up early. So I think every one of you, right? If you had, you'd be convicted. And by the way, that is the secret to success. Okay? Yeah, number one secret is do something scary. Number two is you got to be before you become. Start treating like you were like Adam and Kira. You know, for me, my mentor, I said, hey, how come he could talk like that? Right? Like, for example, if a prospect says, does it work? Instead of saying, oh, I think it works. What Adam Kira says. You crazy? What do you mean it doesn't work? Now, does that mean you're lying to people? If someone asks you, does it work? You're crazy. What do you mean it doesn't work? Right? Because that's what they would say. And I just start talking like my mentor is making six figures. I start talking like him with the passion, the confidence, the conviction. Okay, that is the secret to success. Most of you are stuck because you're prospecting in the past. You know what the past means? Oh, the last 10 people said no to me. So I'm still struggling. I'm doing my best. I'm trying. And you talk like that, people can hear it in your voice. People can see what you're posting. They can see through that. Or you're prospecting in the present. I'm very excited at this training, but I'm still not made. I'm not even an MMD yet. How can I talk like that? Well, that's why people are not joining. People are not buying where you are at. People are buying where you're going. Right? You are part of this team. You love to be part of this team because you know Adam and Kira are going places. You know, they even at their level. Adam talked about Adam Kira do coaching with me. They're still investing themselves to take themselves to the next level. People buy where you're going, not where you're at. So sell people the future. Leaders sell the future. Sell your future you, not where you're at, but where you're going. That is what top leaders do. So and one of the best ways to do that is visualize. Just close your eyes. You know, visualize being like I'm like Adam, I'm like a Kira. What would they say? Just act like that. Yeah, and that's why you got to go to convention. When you go to convention, maybe, you know, if Adam, he's not good looking enough for you, or Kira's and she's not pretty enough for you, then you go to convention, find some other leader to visualize, right? Visualize. Every time I didn't feel like prospect, you know, I was a lazy bum. I don't feel like doing anything either, okay? Just to get you straight, I'm not like some super disciplined person, but I would say to myself, what would that person do? See, you know, we talk about my 8-pack abs again, right? I used to have someone that I looked up to. I was like a workout fanatic. And every time I didn't feel like doing it, I visualized, what would, you know, his name was Dean. What would Dean do? Dean would be doing the sit-ups. I said, all right, I want to be like that. You be before you become. Most people think, well, when I start making money, I'm going to talk like that. No, that's why they never make any money. You talk like you made it, because this business is about people following you. You're the leader. So be before you become. Last thing before I hop off, first of all, I want to appreciate Adam and Kira, the amazing leaders, inviting me for you to be on here. It's awesome. It's a ton of fun. It's definitely worth getting about 3:30 a.m. to talk to you. You're fired up, and we have everyone's chit-chatting here, chatting on the chatting on the message. Really awesome to You could be chit-chatting by yourself. I just don't know. But you could be chatting. I love the interactivity. I'm going to end you with this. Remember the three things. It's attitude, action, accountability, right? We actually have a resource coming to our website next week. If you check out mlmnation.com, we have a downloadable lead magnet for free where actually, if you ever want to keep track of how many people you need to talk to, you can make it, you can print it out, put it next in front of you, or I know a lot of you are busy moms. What you can do is we have to make it into wallpaper where you can put on your phone and check it out. So it'd be really, really helpful for you can take a look at it. If you go to mlmnation.com, it'll be up probably live by the end of the week. But hey, thank you for all the kind notes. I want you right now, once it ends, I'm going to give it back to Adam. But once the call's over, take action, go and follow up with 10 people. I shared with you. Okay, if you don't take action, this whole thing was just entertainment. You wasted my time, wasted your time. Go make me a promise. Go out and follow up. I don't care if everyone says no to you. Go follow up with 10 people right now. So anyway, thank you again, Adam Keel, for being on. It's a ton of fun. Look for you guys have awesome company, awesome products. I'm a customer of the products. And look forward to all seeing you in Perth in a couple of weeks. Be there in Perth. See you all there. God bless you. Hey. Help others.
Thank you.
Wanted to go back down the glittering green sea to guide you over the rubbly rock.
Thanks, Simon. So much, Simon. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Kevin.
Simon.
That last minute.